Hello ladies, if you want to build some muscle, this video is for you. I'm going to be covering all the tips and tricks that you need to know on how to build muscle as a woman. Please comment down below, give me a little flex emoji and let me know where you're at on your journey. I want to be sure to help you out and I want to make sure that this video is as helpful as possible for you and the rest to come are as well. Keep watching if you're ready to build some muscle. First tip when it comes to building muscle as women is it's really important to add in some form of resistance training. This can be very intimidating and very daunting for women because I know a lot of the time we grow up seeing men in the gym lifting, we see football players lifting, and it can feel very scary. We're like, okay, I'm not built for that yet. I am not ready for that. I don't want to do that. And I'm here to let you know that resistance training doesn't always have to look like that. Resistance training is what is going to build muscle, and you can actually do this through some body weight workouts by increasing the reps that you're doing of these movements and even the sets. You can also do this by adding bands into your routine, and you can also do this by adding in dumbbells, barbells, or machine work. If you are totally brand new to this and you are starting out, I would recommend starting with some bands and some dumbbells. These are going to be two pieces of equipment that you can buy from Amazon, you can buy in a store like a Walmart, Target, or any kind of athletic store, and you can even keep them at home. So you can start resistance training from the comfort of your own home. You don't even have to step foot into a gym. You don't have to worry about gym intimidation yet. That's not a problem. We're just gonna start from home, and you can start with dumbbells and bands. The second most important tip here is to make sure that your plan is progressing and challenging you. So what happens when we're working out is our muscles are working. We're, lifting weights, they're getting fatigued, they're fighting against the resistance, and they're breaking down. When we rest, our muscles repair and they come back stronger. So if you're constantly repeating the same exact weight or the same exact resistance for the same amount of reps, the muscle will not grow. So if you want to build muscle, it is super important to make sure that your plan focuses on constantly challenging you and progressing each week. If you need some resources on some plans and places to start, be sure to check out the description below. I'm going to leave some details in there for you guys, and I'm also going to leave some notes so that you guys are totally covered and you can leave this video knowing that you know how to build muscle. The third most important tip is to make sure that you are eating enough carbohydrates and protein. If you want to build muscle, these are going to be so important to get in your diet before and after your workout. So you always want to have a carbohydrate source and a protein source right before you work out, maybe an hour to 2 hours before, and a meal pretty much directly after. Unless you have a protein shake and you want to give your body some fuel that way, then it's super important to prioritize a meal that has carbohydrates and protein. Some really great carb sources could be things like rice, oats, potatoes, beans, pasta, bread, fruit. These are all awesome sources of carbs that are going to give your muscle the energy they need to continue to work out in the gym and to continue to grow. When paired with protein, you are going to make sure that those muscles are recovering and coming back stronger and bigger, that you are building that muscle. Some really great protein sources can be chicken, turkey, beans, eggs, fish, yogurt, milk. So make sure that before and after those workouts, you are prioritizing getting in those carb sources and protein sources together. This is going to make all the difference in your recovery. It is going to be a key factor in building muscle. The fourth most important tip that I have for you today is to make sure that you're drinking enough water. Our bodies need water to survive. Not only does it make our skin happy, does it make us feel happy, it gives us energy, it makes us feel healthy, we function better. Our muscles need water in order to contract, in order to move. So if you're depriving your muscles of water, you're not going to be in the right position to be building muscles. A great rule of thumb is to drink half an ounce to an ounce of water per pound of body weight a day. For example, I'm 150 pounds, I drink 150 ounces of water. That is a little bit over a gallon of water a day. This is going to be so crucial in your body's ability to recover and allow your muscles to continue to grow and feel good in the gym, feel good during your workouts, and train hard. The fifth tip that I have for you ladies is to focus on your recovery. I know when we have these goals to build muscle, all we want to do is envision ourselves working out, training really hard, building all this muscle. But the growth and the repair and the building is what happens when we're recovering, when our body is sleeping, when we're not necessarily in the gym. A great rule of thumb is to take anywhere from 2 to 3 rest days a week. This is going to be very different for everybody depending on what your program looks like, what your goals are, and where you are in your journey. So I just want to give you a good rule of thumb to make sure that you're not working too hard or you're doing too much training. Some really great recovery tips are to strive for about 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. When we are at our deepest levels of sleep, that is when our hormones are really working hard to repair our muscles and to help with muscle growth. So if you want to build muscle, you got to make sure you're getting enough sleep. This also means taking time away from the weights and taking time away from resistance training. Rest is also as important as it is to resistance train and to challenge your muscles. Rest for everybody can look a little bit different. I would recommend taking 1 to 2 active rest days a week. This could look like swimming, walking, yoga, biking, something that's not too challenging on a muscular level, something that's just going to promote blood flow and help aid in your recovery journey aside from taking away from your muscle recovery. So remember, when we're working out, when we're lifting weights, when we're using resistance training, our muscles are breaking down. Then we got to come back into recovery mode and let them grow. The last piece of advice that I want to leave you with today is that you can do it. You can build muscle. You can feel strong. You can feel confident. And I promise if you're like, I'm at ground 1 and I don't know where to start, I am here to help you get to the 2nd chapter, get to the 3rd chapter, get to the 4th chapter, to where you're in a spot where you feel so strong and confident. So I'm going to link all the resources down below. If you need some help with your nutrition and understanding what are some good carb sources and protein sources, I have a free grocery guide that I'm going to leave in the description below for you as well. If you're looking for a plan to help you build muscle, but you're not really sure where to start, definitely download the Grow with Joe app. I now have programs within that app that you can follow. And the great part about the app is it's going to guide you through all of the exercises. You're going to have auditory cues on what you need to be doing, as well as video demos. And you're also going to get a customized meal plan, which is so helpful in removing the guesswork of what you need to eat before and after a workout. So you can click the link below to download it and get a 7-day free trial, completely free for 7 days, and see how you like it. Be sure to DM me if you have any questions. As always, I'm here to help you, and let's get strong.